excited to be sitting down with one of my favourite new pop acts, Tia Ward.
Kia ora.
How are you doing?
I am good. I am great.
I'm so excited to be talking to you today. I'm really new to your music, but there's something about it that I haven't seen on the New Zealand scene before, and it's so cool. Your latest single is called Ko Waia Ho. That means who am I? So for those who maybe don't know, who are you? Who's Tia Ward?
Well, kia ora, ko Tia Ward toku ingoa, ko Taranaki me Ngāti Mania Potoa Hau, engari e te whanganui atara e noho ana. Kia ora, my name is Tia Ward. I am originally born and bred in Hawke's Bay, started to pursue my career, as you will, in Wellington, which is real cool. I love it there, but basically I'm just a pop artist, slowly trying to make my way into the industry and have a career.
And what's the sound? Like, what's your music about? Who influences you? What kind of music do you make?
I make pop music, but I like to make sure it's not fully within just straight pop. I like to delve into different areas, if you know what I mean. So, for example, I released a song recently, well, last year, not that recent. I released a song, it's called Panic on the Highway, and it's actually inspired by a track by Beyonce.
Oh, sick.
So, yeah, that was one specific example, but yeah, influences from everywhere.
It's very like synthy, and there's a lot of like 80s influence as well, which I love. I'm a big synth girly, so definitely go check it out if you're into that kind of thing as well. But you grew up in a really musical family, which I envy so much. But what kind of music were you guys listening to or making growing up?
Well, so both sides of my whānau are quite musical, but in more of an unorthodox type of way. So on my dad's side, there's a lot of indie and alternative sort of music, whereas on my mum's side, it's more kapahaka, waiata reo Māori, and a little bit of rock actually recently, which is kind of cool. So I kind of decided I needed to take the pop genre for myself.
Yeah, I mean, what a mix. You got everything there but straight pop, and you've obviously come in and completed the puzzle, which is so epic. Yeah. Well, what's the dream with it all? Because obviously you've put out some epic music. I love your EP, but like, what is the be-all, end-all, absolute 100% goal?
I don't really have like a dream per se. I have a plan that I created.
Love it.
Yeah, I created the plan when I was 7 years old because I got to perform on stage, and when I was performing in front of like hundreds of people, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. It was really terrifying.
Yeah.
Like really terrifying, but that's where I learned that this is what I want to do with my life, and so this is what I'm doing now. But there's lots of little plans that I've been succeeding in achieving so far, so I'm like, yeah!
Oh my God. Oh, that's so epic. Yeah, like in high school and stuff, when you're doing goal setting, you're like, oh, this is so crap. Like, I don't want to be learning about this, but then it is so important. And I bet 7-year-old Tia would be so freaking proud of you. I want to talk about your EP though. It's called Me and Me Too.
Yes.
I love it. I listened to it like top to bottom last night. Like I said, 80s synthy pop goodness. But it's obviously also a really personal project as well. So what's the story that kind of goes through it?
It just tells lots of different stories that happened from basically high school, towards the end of high school, to about, when did I finish recording it? End of 2021. So
big period of time, big lot of change.
Yeah, and because I was going from high school to university, so that's quite a harsh period of change, and especially with, you know, COVID.
Oh
that made it, that kind of changed things a little bit. But so basically the whole story of it is just my life, per se, for the most part.
Oh my gosh, no, I love it. Definitely go check it out. And you're performing a song of that EP for us soon. It's called Paint Dry. You're also performing Ko Waia Ho as well. Can you tell us a bit about those songs?
So Ko Waia Ho I wrote as a part of my final project for university. So it was all around discovering who I am, and it was my step towards learning more about my whakapapa and my te ao Māori zone, realm, whatever you want to call it. And then Paint Dry, I actually wrote that after working for my dad, because my dad's a painter. So I was spending one afternoon like painting the walls and all that. And I kind of just had this idea come to me because I'd had some stuff happen in my life, and I was like, this ain't right. Yeah, so I was painting the wall, and all of a sudden I was like, I got it. So I went home, wrote the song, showed my parents, and they were like, Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And they must be so supportive as well with everyone being into music. Oh,
Yeah.
I am so excited to see you perform. Thank you so much, Tia. More
Thank you.
Mon and Ron after the break on the feed.